Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much to Bijit for subscribing to the channel. That's a nice way to start the stream today. I hope you guys can all hear me okay. Sorry about that. We had some technical issues today. We couldn't get hold of Graham, but he's in now and he's waiting to do the dream team with me in a second once I finish talking about my horrific team that was Gameweek 36, and boy was it pretty horrific. Yeah, a really bad game week this week. I don't know how you guys did, but just the 41 points for myself, which is just, it's just disappointing. I think I got red last week and I was kind of hoping to kind of stick with my team, only make one transfer this week, which I did do, and try not to put too much emphasis on worrying about making loads of transfers and changing it all up, and just trying to be patient. Unfortunately, being patient didn't work this game week. Henson just with the 2 points. Trent, amen. Arsenal winning. I'm pretty sure that Graham will have some Arsenal love with me in a moment. But yes, was not expecting that. Was not expecting no points from Trent at all. Wan-Bissaka was a bit of a surprise, to be honest. That clean sheet. Very grateful for it. But I'm clearly on the wrong United people, because clearly it's about the attack with United. Doherty didn't start. I thought, oh no, the woes of the Dockster not starting. And then came on and got an assist, so can't complain about that at all. That's what he does best, and it's kind of what we've been waiting for, isn't it, really, for a few weeks with him. I should probably cover that I didn't free hit this week. I am going to keep it for Game Week 38. And looking at my video last week, I would have been better off if I'd free hitted this week, for sure. But then them's the breaks, the swings and the roundabouts, I guess. Yes, my vice captain curse continues to roll on. I mean, I can't believe it. This is now literally since the restart. Every person I captain does worse than my vice captain. So as you can see, Salah captain, Bruno vice, Salah with nothing, Bruno with the assist. Slightly annoying. It's almost every week. Well, it is every week since the restart. So yes, extremely frustrating. But, somewhat vindicated in the fact that I feel like I might have cursed Salah a little bit, which might have helped in Arsenal beating Liverpool. So, it's fine. It was a good birthday present. Had KDB not playing, so not sure why it hasn't updated yet, but Greenwood will be going in, obviously, for KDB with his 2 points. Because we're not at the end of the game week yet, are we? We've still got another game tonight. Sorry. I keep forgetting there's another match tonight. Foden, really should have listened to my gut on him. Knew I didn't feel right about keeping him. And it's not that he doesn't look great, because he really does. But FPL wise, I'm really not sure whether he's one to keep. He's cheap starting player in the City team, so you can't really knock that. But he hasn't really done anything in terms of FPL returns, which is extremely frustrating, because literally he stopped returning the week I bought him. So yeah, that's been quite frustrating. Great swap though this week in Saka to Pulisic, although I do still feel like, out of the Saka Foden argument, that Saka's the better option there, and I'm kind of a bit gutted I don't now have him for this game week, so that's a bit disappointing. But Pulisic did do better this week. Vardy getting the assist. Really should have had a mega haul. Not gonna lie to you guys, when he was through one-on-one with the keeper there and he hit the post, I was like, I was up ready to celebrate the goal, and then kind of had to sit back down. I was like, oh no, okay. It was just really annoying, but he really should have had a mega haul. And Ings just keeps doing Ings things. He just keeps scoring and keeps doing well and looks very much like he's gonna be catching Vardy on that golden boot at the minute for sure. So how are you guys? I'll say a quick hey to some people in the chat. Do keep those comments coming, guys. Hope you're all well, and then we'll head on over to the dream team. So hey Meg, welcome. Quayus, welcome. Codebreaker, welcome to the chat, buddy. And Tom, hey, hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, it has been definitely quite a strange game week, that is for sure. Yes, I will agree with you guys for sure. Well, that's me. As for this week, this is how I'm currently lined up. I'll do a quick look at my game week 37 selection. This is how I currently am. Henderson in goal. Reina against Arsenal. So probably Henderson against Everton. At the moment I've got Trenton against Chelsea, but I do not feel comfortable about that. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it might be time to get off of Trent now, and he costs so much money. But the only way I can do that is to take a hit. So, you know, wondering if it's worth taking the hit to get Trent out this week and maybe get on a Burnley defender. Because obviously I've got Henderson and I don't have Pope, so that would be a possible way to cover. But are they going to be worse off, Burnley, without Charlie Taylor in defence? So that's an interesting discussion. Wan-Bissaka, yeah, I'd really rather another Man United midfielder than keep Wan-Bissaka. If I'm honest, it's just going to take some major surgery to move things around. And normally at this stage of the season, I would happily take the hits and move them, you know, just do what I want to do basically. But with having the free hit in game week 38, I'm wondering if I really want to kind of put my efforts into taking a -8 or a -12 right now, whether it's really going to pay off for me before I then, you know, maybe get some of those similar players in on the 38 free hit anyway. So that's where I'm at with that. Obviously, Salah and Pulisic play each other, which is not ideal. Difficult choice that as to whether to keep Salah, and I could see Chelsea scoring against Liverpool. So, you know, keeping Pulisic seems like a good idea at this moment in time. Greenwood, he looked fine yesterday, even though he had been reported to have got a knock. So I'm thinking about playing him over Foden. This will be the week that I bench Foden and he'll do really well if I don't sell him for somebody anyway. Either way, if you got Phil Foden, I'd probably keep him because I will likely be getting rid of him. And you know full well that that's when he'll do something. Vardy against Tottenham. Tottenham have looked much better, but they are still a bit leaky at the back. So hoping if somebody can finish some of the chances that Vardy is actually, you know, setting up for them, then it could, you know, it could be a good shout playing him. But I can see a lot of people getting off him as well, which might make him a slight differential. And Ings against Bournemouth. I mean, Ings is almost captaincy material this week. So, yeah, so that's me set up for the moment. I'm somewhere around 460k. Not brilliant. Was kind of hoping to be nearer the 100, 200k at this stage in the season. But it doesn't look as if it's going to happen. It really has been the oddest of seasons. And I'm going to give myself a break from the pressure of having to do so well, just because of how weird this season has been. I think it's okay to have done poorly this season, and my mind wasn't in it when it came back, and then there was a lot of personal stuff, and I've had birthdays and all sorts, and it's just been really odd. So yeah, how are you all guys? Quick check-in. Tom's all done on 49 points. Is that green arrow for you, Tom? Doesn't sound too bad. I'd love David Silver who's saying, but I'm not sure if I can shoehorn him in, and for who. Go for wood in place of greenwood, PRS says. Yeah, that's a possible shout, to be honest. I just think maybe Greenwood can still do something against West Ham. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being hopeful there. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Tom has Willian and Azpilicueta thinking of benching, but not sure. Ooh, that's a difficult one, isn't it? That is a difficult one. I'm not really for benching attackers if I can help it, but I think, yeah, I would maybe play Willian, depending on who else you're thinking of playing, to be honest, in those gaps. Hi Ed. Oh no, 36 all out. Yeah, no, it's been terrible, hasn't it? It's not been great. We've all struggled a bit this week. Well, not all of us, clearly, because people are doing well, but it's been a vast majority of us that have struggled, I think. Tom's top of his league. Well done, buddy. Well done. That's good times indeed. I should transfer out Pulisic to Martial. Yes, that is a possibility, but obviously then I have to get rid of Wan-Bissaka and keep Trent. So that's a difficult one. But as Codebreakers just suggested, Martial is a possible rotation risk because of the FA Cup. Yeah, we have no idea, and we're not going to know either going into tomorrow's deadline how the FA Cup will affect our teams at all. So that is the one reason why I'm not free hitting this week. Anyway, guys, I am going to quickly go to the break and I'm going to get Graham in and then we'll chat some Dream Team. And yeah, keep those suggestions coming in for sure. And we'll pick a Dream Team. And we've got some really, surprising news on the Dream Team thing. So let's see if we got on okay there. I'll be back in just a second. Welcome back. I'm here with Graham. How you doing, Graham?
Very well, thank you. Good to be back. How are you, Nim?
I'm good. Don't forget to go on over and check out Graham's channel, Fancy Football Focus. Go on over there, like and subscribe. But as you guys can see on the screen, 81 points for Nonna's Dream Team this week. 81 points. That's on a minus 36, so that was quite a lot of points, the points hit that we took there. But you know what? That's still well above the average, isn't it? Still well above the average.
Absolutely, that is great.
So Nonna is green arrows everywhere. She is, thanks to all of us, she's doing very well. Okay, so let's see how many made the Dream Team then, because that's all we really care about, isn't it? Is how many of these actually made the Dream Team. So here we go. Let's have a look here. Surely Azpilicueta made it, Graham. How many would you think? David's in, right? David's
Oh,
in.
is David in or what?
He's
Didn't
gotta
you
be.
use a chip on him as
We
well?
did. We triple captain David. I tell you what, that's Sterling for me last game week, and now David Silva. Like, that's 2 game weeks in a row here on the Dream Team. I picked the right captain for the Dream Team, but in
It's
my
still
own
awesome.
team, I can't do it.
It's great for the dream team and everyone involved, though.
Yes.
Just it is a shame on a personal level for your team, though. But
Yes.
might copy the dream team this week.
I think it's mainly just the amount of hits we take in the Dream Team is probably, we can get the likes of Sterling one week and David Silva the next, and then you can just, then it's a bit easier to stick the captaincy on them. But obviously, for my team, it would take major surgery to get some of these players in. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm thinking Aspilicueta's made it. I'm thinking David Silva's made it. Now, I know there's another game tonight, so this might change a little bit. But surely we've got 2, maybe 3 people in that dream team? Let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look.
The suspense is killing me. Let's see. Who have we got?
Oh, David's there. Aspilicueta's there. Oh, so we've got 2 so far. Just the 2. Oh, we still haven't been able to beat Sudge and his 3, have we? We haven't quite made it. Wow, look at that. So we've got De Gea in goal at the minute. Thomas from Leicester, 12 points. Konza from Aston Villa with 9 points. Richie with 9 points from Newcastle. Aspilicueta with 9 points, Chelsea. Morgan from Leicester with 8 points. David Silva with 13 points. Andre Gomez for Everton with 8 points. Wowzers.
Wow.
You've got to love these dream teams, man. Just people you would never think about.
Absolutely.
Rashford with 12 points. I mean, the Rashford Greenwood thing is just, oh my gosh, And Kane, 12 points. And Lacazette with 11 points. Oh, wow.
New member.
A new member. Oh, Migtavius. Thank you very much, buddy. Yes, guys. So if you didn't know, you now can become a member of the channel. It gives me a great segue into discussing this. Thanks, Mig. Yeah, and it's just £1.99 a month, and you can sign up and be a member of the channel. And you'll get some. So Mig's gonna now get some cool graphics. He should get some a cool logo next to his name that by staying a member for a couple of months will change and grow with him different colours and things like that. And he should get to be able to use some cool emojis and things in the chat. And by being a member, hopefully next season we'll have some members only leagues and stuff like that, which should be a lot of fun. But yeah, thanks, Migtavius. That's really cool. Thank you, Poppin' Pod, buddy. Yeah, that's awesome. Sorry. Okay, back to talking about the dream team. I think you guys should have seen some funky graphics as well on screen. So hopefully that worked. Okay, transfers. Let's get on choosing this dream team for game week 37, people. So we have a few issues here, don't we? I think maybe we keep Pope this week though. What do you think? Who'd he have? He has Norwich. Yes, I mean we have to keep Pope surely for Norwich.
Norwich, the team that they surprised me with. I went for a Villian captain, thinking Norwich are relegated. They're depressed, basically. They're done. No, they fighted really well. Played really well.
They did. Do we keep Pope this week in goal though?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean Norwich weren't the most dangerous either, and I don't know what Daniel Farker's playing at with the Pookie stuff.
No, it's weird.
It's really strange.
It is very strange. We discussed it a bit last week, didn't we? And it's still quite odd, like to see him not starting. Yeah. So I think that we'll keep Pope only because even if Norwich go for it, that would probably only compound Pope getting loads of saves, I would have thought. So yeah, but obviously we need to get rid of Taylor. Are we keeping... So we'll get him out. Are we keeping Azpilicueta? So, give it to me, guys. Do we think Azpilicueta is making the dream team next week? He has Liverpool, so that's quite a difficult one. It's quite a difficult one, that one. Let's have a thumbs up if you think we should keep Azpilicueta, and thumbs down, or yes or no, if you want to get rid. Let me know now in the chat, guys. I think I'm probably edging towards getting rid, to be honest. You know, I'm not sure I see him making that dream team next week. What do you think, Graham?
I've gave it a finger down instead of a thumb, so it's still down.
Wes is saying Aspie out, Doherty in. Yeah, that could be a shout. That could be a shout. I like that. I like that. Who do Wolves have this week? Crystal Palace. Ooh.
Palace,
okay, so yes, so Aspie's out. There's a lot of thumbs down. Cool. Message received.
Is PVA injured?
He is, yeah.
Landed really awkwardly, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, it was a horrible injury. Yeah, really nasty. Okay, so what do we think? I see Mick Davis is making full use of some of the emojis that are available to him as being a member.
Callum Wilson. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yes, there's a few funny ones in there. We've got a Tarkowski shout here. Well, you want to double up on a Burnley, do you? Let's have a look. There was a fair few people suggesting Wood to me for my personal team, so maybe we could look at him for up front. Gosh, wow, is Tarkowski really that much this season? Wowzers. Oh yeah, he's got a goal, an assist, I guess, recently. Yeah, it could be a shout. So what do we think? Can I have a vote for either Doherty or Tarkowski then to take Azpilicueta's place? What are we thinking, people? That's a difficult one, that one. Graham's in there with the doc. He's in there with the doc.
I'm a doc owner, and he got that assist from the bench.
Yes.
So
well, not literally from sat at the bench. Although that would be really good, wouldn't it? Just be like coming on and just sit down on the bench for a second and then kick the ball and it goes in.
There you go. Over there.
Yeah.
There you go. Put it in. Right, can I come on now?
Norwich are bad at set pieces. Tarkowski is an absolute monster. Ooh. So this is a bit mixed. This is a bit mixed. You've got... Alright, so we like both. The chat likes both. So, okay, chat. Just a thought. Do we lose Digne this week then? He's up against Sheffield United. Should we put Tarkowski and Doherty in for Azpilicueta and Digne? What do we think on those two swaps? Yeah, because I think everyone likes. There seems to be like quite mixed on that, so that we could do that. We could do Digne and Azpilicueta out for Doherty and Tarkowski. Do people like that? Those moves? Can we have a yes if we're good with that? I think they're quite good moves, Graham? That could be a shout.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Digne will concede against Sheffield United. Sheffield United have turned that corner, haven't they? And they're still chasing Europe.
Yep, true. Sure. We got Tom with the S. Tom likes it. Somebody likes it. I'll just pop them in there for a minute then, and we can. Oh, yep. They're rolling in now. Cool. Right, we've got some yes. Let's go for it. So, Digne, great. Everton, poor. Yeah, I agree with that. I guess it's whether we think Digne will make the dream team. That's the main thing, really, isn't it? Because he's got to score pretty big in the defensive route to make the dream team. Okay.
Wes Morgan did well getting Dream Team in Siyunku's place, didn't he? Straight in there.
Yeah. Yeah. What other matchups have we got this week? Are we sticking with Egan? Or Egan? What do we think on maybe... I'm just trying to think on some of these matchups who could be worth a shout. Who's going to go big at the back? I mean, we could stick with Egan and go 3 at the back. Of course, they have Everton, Sheffield. Although Egan did look a couple of times yesterday when I was watching the match. He did look like he might have, got a return. He was up there and he was trying to head to the ball a couple of times on the back post, stuff like that. So, yeah, it could be worth keeping. Just trying to think of some other attacking defenders. Let's have a look at the defender list and see if anyone stands out to us. Let's go to form and have a look and see if anyone there that we haven't thought about yet. So yeah, there is Thomas of Leicester, 4 mil.
He played really well.
Tottenham though, what do we think on that one? Richie. Matt Ritchie, he has Brighton. That's not a bad fixture. Yeah. That's not a bad fixture. Got a goal in the last match as well. Ooh, I'm feeling a bit like we could go a bit Richie Rich this week. That could be a bit of fun, couldn't it? Get Trent against the Chelsea defence. Oof. Do
you know what? In terms of that, Arsenal beat the champions. We beat Liverpool.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Sorry, we're going to just have a moment. Let's just have a moment. That makes us champions now. Surely, if you beat the champions, you become the champions.
I loved how they couldn't do the unbeaten record, and then they can't do the 100 points either. So that's brilliant. Just more defeats on their record, in their face.
I couldn't believe it. It was on my birthday, and I was having a terrible FPL day. But that absolutely was the icing on the cake. Like, I ran around the house stupid with those 2 goals. And then I nearly slept in my Arsenal top as well. And I was just so happy about it. I mean, I know they're not playing their best at the minute. But I just thought, given us losing the week before, that it looked like an absolute trouncing waiting to happen, really, didn't it?
Yeah, agreed.
It was a really big birthday surprise, that one.
Nice surprise indeed, yes. Especially on your birthday.
Definitely. Yeah. Okay, I'm getting Richie in. I'm feeling Richie this week. So let's get him in.
Yeah, he's on set pieces, isn't he? And he does very well, and they're playing Brighton, so he could do well.
So I'm going to say we're going to go back 3 at the minute. So I'll just stick Thomas in that Egan place just to free up a bit of cash because he's 4 mil. So, and he should start given he did quite well. Thank you for the belated birthday wishes. Where does he think that Van Dijk had a few quid on Arsenal? Quite possibly, buddy. Okay, our midfield. Let's have a look. We're going to have to steal 0.3 from somewhere, but... What are we thinking about this midfield? Very difficult this week, isn't it, Graham, with those FA Cup games and most of these players being in FA Cup games?
It is. It's very difficult. It's always difficult with Pep anyway, but yes. The other managers now seem to be going the Pep way just because of how quick the fixtures have been and yes. the FA Cup, so it is very difficult.
It is extremely difficult indeed. I mean, who'd you drop out of Sterling and Silva for a start? I mean, that's horrible. I feel like I would quite like Martial in this week. What do we think, people in the chat? Who do we sell to get Martial in? Do we sell Salah or Pulisic? Let's start there, I think. Unless you think one of the City boys should go. Chances of Richie getting into the dream team twice in a row. Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, it's low, I realise, but you know, it's always a possibility. Always a possibility. If you think earlier on in the season when things were a bit more stable, I think you would have seen your likes of a Trent and Salahs and stuff making the dream team, you know, a couple of weeks in a row easily. So I think it's just the nature of how strange things are at the moment. Okay, so we've got drop both of them. So drop both Pulisic and Salah. Wow, okay. Getting Martial, just like we discussed that day today on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, we could do. What are you thinking on that switch, Graham? Martial in for Pulisic.
I'm thinking because the way the dream team goes, I think it doesn't hurt if we try and put people in that might surprise us, because we always see people in there like the Morgan, like he came straight in for Soyuncu, like as if he'd been playing week in week out, and he gets in the dream team. Who would have thought it?
Exactly.
No way.
Yeah, and exactly, buddy.
Obviously you got the David Silva one with the triple captain. Take a bow on that.
Thank you.
I think Silva has to stay for us because he's going to be hanging up his boots. And I think Pep is going to utilise him as much as possible. Chelsea, Liverpool, I could see goals both ends in that one.
Yeah.
Liverpool will be a bit peeved at the Arsenal loss, and I think Klopp will give them a drumming. But Lampard will be desperate to get them top places.
Yeah. Hey, John, welcome to the chat, buddy. Hope you're well.
Hope your phone's on charge, John. Today.
Morgan will fall on his head while chasing Son. Yes, that's one person we haven't had in the dream team yet, is Sonny or Kane. You know, they look to be doing quite well at the minute, and they've got a great fixture coming up next, so they're a possibility.
Son looks very good.
Or, do you know, like, yeah, I was wondering if there was anyone else in that Spurs team that we haven't really thought about, like an Aurier, or no, not Aurier, sorry, or maybe a Lucas Moura that could end up doing well, because you know how we're thinking the obvious all the time, but I'm just thinking like maybe a Lucas Moura could kind of, you know, sneak in there with
a decent performance, you know, and it's quite
it's just
possible.
The thing is, he hasn't really been starting much. It's been more. What about Bergwijn maybe instead? Just trying to think of the less obvious. I mean, he got an assist, but he only played 33 minutes. I'm so out of touch of who's playing in the Sun midfield. Lo Celso, is it? Is he getting more game time?
Lo Celso's doing well, isn't he? I think he's getting a few cheeky assists.
Yeah, 2 assists in the last 4. So possibly is a bit of a shout. I'm getting a lot of shout for Chris Wood. People seem to like Chris Wood, so I'm thinking we could do Chris Wood for Giroud, because I'm not too sure about keeping Giroud this week. So do we think Chris Wood for Giroud, people? Get it in the chat. Let me know. That's one we can do straight away, I think, if we like that spot.
Has Chris Wood been scoring, though, or has it been Rodriguez? Jay Rodriguez?
I think Rodriguez scored the week before last, and then I think Wood maybe this one. Let me quickly check.
Oh, I like that, Yusuf. Get a Southampton midfielder in. Southampton they look better, don't they, now, I think, Southampton?
Yes. Sorry, so yes, just previously, Chris Wood scored this week just gone, and then before that it was Rodriguez with a goal a game and an assist.
Oh,
But he only played 50 minutes last game week for some reason, so I don't know if he came off injured. That's an interesting one, or whether he just got taken off early. Not sure, but yeah, I quite like the Rodriguez shout, you know. Not going to lie to you.
Sorry, who are Burnley playing?
Norwich.
Norwich,
yeah.
yes, of course. Yeah.
Should we just go with it, one of those two? I feel like I'm leaning more towards Rodriguez rather than Wood.
It's pace.
Is the chat okay with that random punt? So Yusuf says that Wood scored a penalty against Wolves. See, so that makes me think more Rodriguez because he's scoring more from open play, isn't he?
Yeah, on the break.
On the break. Yeah. Oh, he's got. John says calf strain. Oh, so that's probably why he's not.
Do a Rodriguez or Wood in the chat. See what they think.
Apparently, he had a calf strain. John says Rodriguez. That's why he came off 15 minutes. So he might be one of those ones that's a bit.
75% FPL-age.
Yeah, although he doesn't have anything on him at the minute. Like, there's nothing actually on the website. So, not sure on that one. Let me quickly go to Ben's site and have a look what Ben says on Rodriguez.
It's just with me, it's either Deadwood, you know, or Firewood with him.
Yes, you've always had that history, haven't you?
I have. It's a love-hate one with Wood. It really is.
Okay. J. Rodriguez, calf, shin, heel injury, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's one of those.
A shin splint.
Yeah. So Wood's probably kind of safer then, I guess, in terms of
no injury.
Yeah, and they're saying that Wood just came back from injury as well. Okay, you guys, I am going to go with Wood for you guys. But, you know, if Rodriguez happens to play and does better, I am going to remind you all next stream.
Reminded. We need to note these down, don't we, I think? And then come back and say, told ya.
Yusuf says that Wood is his Game Week 37 captain. Wow. Big ballios on that one.
Wow. The truth comes out now, Yusuf.
The truth comes out, indeed. Okay, so we had some midfield shouts for Southampton, didn't we? Armstrong, we're thinking.
Armstrong looks a player. I might get him in next season.
Looks good.
He looks involved, you know?
Bournemouth up next. Can see who we're targeting here, people. He only played 12 minutes in the last match. Not really sure.
Armstrong, sorry.
Yes, Armstrong. And what about Redmond? He's got 2 assists in the last 2 games. And then we've got Ward-Prowse, of course, who always takes all the free kicks and corners and all of those sorts of things.
I think that's going to be a cracking game, you know, that. Southampton, yeah.
Yeah.
End to end. Bournemouth, like, they had a good spell towards the end of the Man City game. Like, when there was, like, however many minutes added on, they played really well in that spell.
Yeah, agreed.
I reckon there's going to be lots of goals in that one. Hello, Jay and No.
Hey, Jay, welcome. Okay. Ooh. Go on then, Jay. You choose our Southampton mid, buddy. We're trying to choose between Armstrong, Redmond and Ward-Prowse. Do you have a preference? John says both Armstrong and Redmond are good shouts.
Stanislas, nice
I like
too.
that shout. Yeah,
like it.
Yeah, this is what I'm loving. Yes, let's get some of these players in. Some of the ones you wouldn't expect to do quite so well. Okay, so who are we losing for Stanislas though? We'll have to. Are we going to sell Salah for Stanislas? That sounds madness, but it sounds fantastic. Jay says Armstrong. Okay, my FPL Wildcat buddy says Armstrong, so we'll stick Armstrong in for him.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So who do we want to sell for Stanislas, people. Should we do it? Should we? One, I think either Salah or Sterling for Stanislas.
Yeah, I think so too. And I know you probably feel a little bit bad about it, but they get picked by everyone, don't they? Week in,
Yeah,
week out.
yeah.
And I think for the dream team, it's nice, like we discussed earlier, to be a little bit different, because the dream team does do that. It throws those sort of.
It throws those sorts of things up. Like you said, for sure. It just. I'll just quickly show you remind people of last week's one. Just so they can see the types of players that made it again, because they weren't obvious players. You know, Thomas, Konza, Richie, Aspilicueta, Morgan, David Silva, Andre Gomez. I mean, obviously this might change a little bit after tonight's match, but Rashford, Kane, Lacazette. I mean, Rashford possibly, and, you know, but Kane and Lacazette, ooh, you know, they're...
As Mourinho
necessarily, you know...
Mourinho said, Harry is just Harry.
Yes. Oh, bye, Jay. Okay, Stanislas for David Silva. Get rid of David Silva and Sterling. Live a little. That's living a lot, my friend. Okay, so that's 2 shouts to get rid of Silva for Stanislas. So, okay, that's what we're going to do then.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Stanislas on free kicks, isn't he?
Yes, I think so. Okay. Let's think here now then. We had a shout for Mopay earlier on in the chat. Who would we sell for Mopay? Would we sell Greenwood or Ings for Mopay, though? That's the question. Oh, Jefferson says no. No to what, buddy? Give us a clue. No to what? I felt like that was a Wilson moment. Wilson. Oh, okay. I don't think he likes selling the David Silva for Stanislas.
No, bless him. He's hanging his boots up, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he will still be brilliant, I think, this week. But, you know, will he make the dream team again? That's the question, Jefferson. That's what we need. Okay. Greenwood, people are saying, for our love-hate relationship with Mr. Mopay. Okay, so in he goes. We have a lot of cash here. Oh, we got Trossard over Stanislas as a shout from Ed. Ed, would you not sell Salah for Trossard? Live a little, man. Throwing it back out to the chat. Thinking of getting Rashford back for Greenwood. Yeah, that's a possibility. You know, Rashford could be a... I actually quite like Martial as a shout this week, and I'm really tempted to lose Salah or Sterling for Martial. I mean, Salah has a more difficult fixture, but then Sterling could be rotated. So,
Nuclear asking, should he start Rodriguez or Jimenez? I think Jimenez. Yeah. Wolves against Palace, they got PVA injured, so Jimenez could get on the score sheet. Jay Rodriguez, as we discussed earlier, he's got a slight knock, so he may not start. So I'd go Jimenez, buddy.
Yeah. Difficult one that, though, because if Rodriguez starts, I'm just saying, Nim called it. She called Rodriguez this week. But yes.
Agreed. If he starts, I'd pick Rodriguez, definitely.
Okay. But yeah, there's no way of knowing that, so probably go with the Mr. Consistent, I guess. In
the
this
Mexican.
instance, we can be a bit crazy, but obviously, if it's your own team, then don't be following this kind of madness.
I'm loving some of the shouts by the chat today, though, Nim. They're like,
Yes.
Stanislas, the Armstrong, Richie was one. Thomas, you shouted,
Yeah.
looking makes me want to do some of these moves.
Yeah, no, I just love that it's different. I think that's the thing with the dream teams. You have to be different, like, because
Absolutely.
it's very rare that you go to the dream team and see all the really obvious players, the highly owned percentage players filling that team. You might get one or two, which is why every week we've hit one or two, three people. But it tends to be the ones that you just don't think about that sneak their way in there. So yeah, that's why we've gone a bit nuts here.
Let's hope we can get 4. That would be absolutely awesome. That'd be a new
Yes,
record, wouldn't
that
it,
would
as
be a new
well?
record. Yeah, I think so. It would. We could get Rashford back for Nonna. Just saying, there's only 2 game weeks left now.
He looks back on it. Before, I think the trouble was before his touch was letting him down. He just seems sharp again now.
Yes, he does. It is, Ed. It is really fun picking the dream team. It's really refreshing, actually, isn't it? Being able
Yeah.
just to literally choose the players you think will do well and not be constrained by transfers or budget or anything like that. So it's quite fun.
Yeah, when there's not as much pressure on, like it is with your own team, there's that pressure, isn't there? With this, there's not as much. It's more of a fun thing for everyone to be
Yeah,
involved in.
that's what I wanted when I set up this stream, is just to have something that would still be in keeping in the game, but that everyone could just have a lot of fun with. And it might throw up some options for you guys as well. You might look at somebody here like what Graham's been doing and think,
Yeah.
actually, I need a differential. That person could be it this week, Okay, what have we got here? Bye, John. Catch you soon. Liverpool will be pumped up. How about Firmino goal and assist? Ooh, Firmino. That is a shout. Oh gosh, yeah. We could. Oh, I don't know now. Do we go with who are we selling though? Who do we sell out of that? Out of those front three? I mean, we can't really drop Ings at Bournemouth, do we? I mean, he has to make the dream team at some point. We've had him for a couple of weeks now when he hasn't managed to make the dream team yet. So hopefully he can make the dream team soon. So does that mean we're getting rid of Mopay? Much to Graham's happiness.
Yeah, not after what he said about Arsenal, like the way he done that. It wasn't professional, and then he got the instant karma when he missed the penalty the next game. So that kind of made up for it. So I should be over it, really.
Yeah.
Can I just say some love for you in the chat, Nim? Nuclear Atom saying, thanks, Nim. I captained your vice captain, Bruno. It worked, making my 7th captaincy return in a row since the restart.
7. Oh, no worries, buddy. I'm glad it could help somebody. It's clearly not helping me, so I'm glad it's helping you. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yes. So people are saying Mopay. Get rid of Mopay. Okay. So who are we getting for him? We have 12.6 for Mopay.
Ooh.
Now, we've got Aubameyang, we've got Kane, we've got Firmino as a shout from Ed and PRS, and we've got Rashford. So, you guys, get in the chat and tell me who you want to take this spot. Sorry, Yusef, it goes by votes, so pick somebody. Pop somebody in there that you want, and we'll see how many votes we get. And Tom's asking who my vice captain this week is. I don't know yet, buddy, but I'll do a whole early team news like I did on my Twitter page last week and let you know as soon as I know. Yes, so make sure you go on over and double check that. Okay, so we've got Alba. It says not Firmino. We've got another Aubameyang shout. Wow. Okay, cool.
I don't
Not
want to see him.
Lacazette,
I
people.
suppose, there we go. That is my transfer. Aubameyang I've bring in for Vardy this game week.
Wow. Okay. Wish I had that kind of cash hanging about, buddy.
Yeah, it's because I got rid of big midfielders and I went more for youth, and it kind of paid off a little bit. I've had more green arrows than I've ever had before. So
Just a shout here, people, and I'm just gonna. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
that's
you,
all right.
Graham.
That's fine.
But isn't Nketiah back this week?
Yeah,
Just
when is he
saying.
back?
I'm just
Give him a
saying.
call. See if he's back.
Hang on. Let's just have a quick shout. Just a thought, just a little gut call there that popped into my brain. He's served 2 matches. When's he due back?
He must be back, or is it 3 match ban for
But
a
the
red?
the 3 matches includes the FA Cup, don't they? Do they?
See, I'm not sure on that, whether it does include the FA Cup.
Let us
It'll be
know in the
interesting to
chat.
know. Yeah, he's back, says
He's back.
Ed.
Okay. So, your thoughts on that then, guys? Whether we go with Nketiah or Aubameyang, does that change how you feel about that spot at all? When we're thinking of some out there punts, you know? Just thinking.
Laka will be puffing, won't he? To be fair, he's worked really hard.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to make the dream team another week. So
No
I'm happy
way.
to go with an Aubameyang or an Nketiah. My kind of out there punt would be Nketiah and see if he rings up Nonna again.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm just saying if the chat prefers Aubameyang, I'm good to go with the chat. You know, it's the community team after all. And we got another shout for Rashford. That's a couple of shouts for Rashford. Both of them from you, Sev, but you know, there's a couple of shouts from Rashford. Ed says go with the cheapest team possible. I mean, hey, they tend to make the dream team, don't they? Nketiah for a game of squash, is it? Let's be real here, people. Alba. Okay, alright, that's a lot of Alba shouts. I'll go with you guys. So I got to remember Rodriguez and Nketiah this week and then come on and tell you guys that I was right. Joking. Cool. Well, this team's looking pretty good. We've got 1.7 in the bank, people. Is there anything we want to change here? Are we sticking with Sterling and Fernandes because they're the only 2 that we pretty much haven't touched. You know what I'm thinking here though? Just going to put this out there. Why don't we get somebody in for Charlotto and Stecklenburg, and why don't we play our bench boost this week? Because this team is looking like, why not? What do we think about that?
I'm loving the variety. Love it.
Should we, guys, what do we think? Let me know if you think a bench boost. Let's get somebody in for Stecklenburg and Charlotto, I'm thinking, and let's do a bench boost. Let's have a vote on a bench boost. And then we'll free hit in the last game week. Not that it, you know, it's going to make a massive difference because we, you know, we could even wildcard in the last game week if we wanted, but, you know, because we can, you know, I think Brian's got Rodriguez in. Yes. See, somebody's with me on the Rodriguez chat. Go for it. Okay, cool. So we're bench boosting. So who do we want? What do we think as Martinez as our cheap second goalkeeper?
Love it.
Against Aston Villa. What do you think? John's back. Hey, John. Welcome back, buddy.
His phone's charged again.
Yes. It's like two in a row now. Oh, I think we're good actually, Ed, on the cash. So we've got 1.7 in the bank currently, especially if we get Martinez because he doesn't cost very much. That means we've got 1.3 to move Charlotto to a 5.3 midfielder or less. So who do we fancy as that 5.3? Let's have a look who we've got available to us, shall we, in the defenders. Was there anyone who was shouted out earlier that we didn't actually add in, that we could now add in?
Is there James Justin? How much is he?
We do have Thomas already. Do we want to double up on the... Oh, no. Yeah, because he's Leicester, isn't he? Or is he Everton? He's Everton, is he? I get confused where he is.
Oh, so what? Justin is Leicester, yeah.
He's Leicester, yeah. So... And we're a bit too... we haven't got quite enough for Dina in that spot. So we need a defender for 5.3 or less, preferably an out of the box shout. Brian says Stevens, give me a blade. Stevens or Egan, Brian. Then go on, I'll let you have one. I'll let Brian as a regular of the show. I'll let him have a blade.
Stevens done me 11 points on my bench. I think it was last game week.
Ouch! No way.
So give me a blade, please, Brian.
Yeah. Okay then, we'll go with Stevens. Does everyone like Stevens? We do have a shout for Maguire, but I don't know. I just don't love that United defence, to be honest.
Fosu Mensah.
Well, he's on that form list. Stevens. Okay then, right. Stevens it is. Perfect. Let's get these transfers done. In fact, I was just about to press the wild card, but we can't do that for bench boosting, so it wouldn't let me. Minus 40 points. Wowzers. We really made some changes this week, didn't we?
Yeah.
So who are we leaving on the bench for Shizzle and Giggles then? Should we leave Aubameyang on the bench? Okay. We are on bench boosting. Save team.
Well, your triple captainship worked. So technically, your bench boost should hit. So if I look at your bench and I've got Stevens, I might play him now.
Yeah.
It'll probably hit.
Let's hope so. We do need to choose a captain here, though. Let's quickly go over to the Fantasy Football Scout and see who everyone's captaining. I mean, I'm going to assume at the minute that it's going to be one of the United lads. I would have thought is probably going to be who's leading the poll. I'll just quickly press Rashford, but I suspect it'll be Bruno. Let's have a look.
I think Bruno next season will be like the new KDB, won't he? And Salah kind of.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult actually which one to go for. I mean, because cash-wise, it'll probably be cheaper to go for Bruno. Probably not by much, but so Bruno is just ahead at the minute, just ahead of Martial. So that's who Scout's going for. Somebody said earlier, somebody had a really out there punt on captaincy. We've got a shout for Tarkowski as captain. We've got a shout for Doherty as captain. I'll say, okay, I'm just going to leave it for like a few seconds for you guys to get who you think should be captained in the chat. And I will go with the most votes. Don't worry, it can be somebody on the bench as well. We can put them in, so don't worry. In fact, if I move, can I make him captain on the bench? No, I'd have to put him in. That'd be funny, wouldn't it, seeing your captain sat on the bench? I'm looking at this and I'm wondering who I would go for. I've got the captaincy shout twice. I'm feeling Martial. I really am. I don't know why, but that's
I
kind of...
think so, actually. Looking at that against West Ham, I can just see him scoring. He's been on fire, hasn't he, really?
Yeah. That's who I would go for, but I'm you know, yeah. The 5-2-3 formation. Yes, that one. But actually it's a 15-15-15 formation at the minute. Yeah, I mean, few people say Martial. I mean, I would, that'd be my gut anyway this week, and it's been okay in the dream team. So, okay, we've got all shouts. We want to make Vice then, people. Let's go a bit crazy with the Vice. Do you want me to put it on somebody? Yeah, Brian, I'll put my Vice on somebody non-conservative for you. Okay. So. Do you want me to put Stevens in and make him vice captain? Because my vice captain always does better than my captain. Although saying that, not in this team. My captain always does okay in this team. Yes, let's have a shout on who we think should be a good vice captain, peeps. I think, it's got to be somebody random, hasn't it? Like Stanislav, Armstrong, Tarkovsky, or Doherty. It's got to be.
Who do you think will be vice? Wood, says Jefferson Van Dyke.
Vice on Pope. Oh, that's not a bad shout.
Oh.
That's random, but I like it. I don't think I've ever vice captained a goalkeeper before, but we could do it. Let's do it. It's random. Let's do it. That's what the dream team's all about. Okay, guys, so just quickly, I do have some other news for you guys. So going over to the admin and looking at my competition this week, so running from game week 32, 33, 32, 33, 34. So we've gone from the last 3 game weeks and added them up to get our winner. And you're not going to believe this, you guys. So I said I had a bit of a shock this week for Graham. This is the shock. Nonna has won.
Wow.
So you guys, as a collective, us guys as a collective, have actually come first over the last 3 game weeks, 34, 35 and 36. But I'm not gonna give that because it's all of us, and as much as my nonna will be very grateful that we've won it for her, I'm gonna give it to the next person down. So the winner of the last 3 game weeks from 34 to 36, and the prize is getting the prize from Fantasy Football Factory, will be Andril. So Andril, if you're watching, well done, buddy. Well done. 222 points in the last 3 game weeks. That's amazing.
Wow. Well done.
Yeah, that's really good. So, yes, Andrew, if you're watching, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel, that you're following Fantasy Football Factory over on Twitter, and then make sure you contact myself so that I can put you in touch with them and get that prize over to you. And so, for the last 3 game weeks, anyone who's not in the league, you can still enter the league now. Should be on screen to show you how to do that. So there's the last 3 game weeks left. Make sure, it will be included. Don't worry if you weren't in from last game week. I'll add up from last game week. So it's the last 3 game weeks, and you can enter the code 7ISMGD. Get in that league, and whoever has had the most points from the last 3 game weeks of the season will win the prizes you see on screen, as long as you are subbed to the channel and following Fantasy Football Factory over on Twitter. Yes, guys, Cannot believe that. What do you think of that then, Graham? Nonna winning it. So we
Well,
collectively, as a community, here on my Dream Team stream, actually got the most points in the league over the last 3 game weeks. How nuts is that?
That's so cool. I love it. And it shows that there's been some great choices by us and everyone in the chat.
Yes.
You know, for Nonna's team has been on fire. So, yeah, awesome.
It has. I mean, considering that it's not about the points for us, we're just trying to hit the Dream Team every week. Actually, the points we're getting, just even by taking all those hits, I mean, last week, what was it, 36 hits or something? Still well above the average. You know, it's just amazing. It's crazy the amount of points you're like, if you hit on them, you know, on those differentials, even though we've been getting 2 or 3, you know, making the Dream Team, because we've had a nice mix, I think, between your regular people and your differentials, plus we've done very well in the captaincy. You know, it's made a massive difference to our score. So that's, you know, that's crazy. Bye, Tom. Thanks for joining, buddy. Yeah, so can we do it again? Can we do it again? That is the question. But yes, well, let me just show you guys the team. So that's the team for this game week. Bench boost played. And we'll see how many points this gets us. And that's it, you guys. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you again to Mictavius for becoming my first ever member. And yes, don't forget to join, guys. The membership is now open. You should see a little join tab underneath the video somewhere if you'd like to become a member. And you know what? Even if you don't want to become a member, just liking and subscribing to my channel, to Graham's channel, to the Wildcats channel, it all helps. It just means a lot to us as content creators and doesn't cost you anything. It just says thank you for all the time and effort we've been putting in. So, you know, do make sure you're going over and check out Graham's channel. And I will be back tonight, hopefully. Jay has some technical issues, so I think Kurt is in the driving seat tonight, possibly. So hopefully we'll be back tonight with an FPL Wildcat. That could be a lot of fun, people. So I'll tune in for the carnage that could possibly happen with that. And yes, we'll keep you updated on Twitter on that one. And yeah, until next week, later half of the week, I believe, because we have from tomorrow until Thursday, I think Thursday, Friday next week, for a game week. So I'll be catching you then, hopefully. So until next time, guys, thank you very, very much. Thanks again, Graham.
That's all right. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And yes, so goodbye from me and goodbye from Graham.
Good luck. May your arrows be green.
Yes, good luck. Green arrows. Bye, guys.